Welcome to Southland Chamber TV. I'm Dave Hinderleiter. This is another issue of Reality Bites. Got my good friend here, Gary from Climate Control, and we're going to be talking about making you comfortable. So, Gary, please, my friend, you are in a unique position in the world. You work in a family-owned business.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you tell me a little bit, first tell the world here your whole name, where you were born, not what day or what month. We could know your sign, but no, tell us a little bit about you and how you got started in the business.
I'm Gary Mclaren. The company name is Climate Control Systems. We're located in Frankfort, Illinois. We've been in business since 1971, family owned and operated. I bought it out from my father about 15, 16 years ago. We've been doing both residential replacement and commercial installation and service that whole time.
So Gary, your family has always made other families comfortable. That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a pretty cool thing. Kind of unique in the industry. So, and I said this before, but working in the family business is awesome.
Some days.
Exactly right. Because very few people get to do it, but at the same time, it's fraught with some challenges. It can be.
Yes, sir.
So you mentioned that you got it from your father. Mm-hmm. How did he get started in making people comfortable?
He used to work for a heating and air conditioning company in sales, and he just didn't like what he was seeing in the corporate world, how they treated customers. So one day, talked my mom into agreeing to let him start his own. So a pickup truck and a toolbox is what he started with, just most of his deals were handshake deals, and it started small and it grew, month after month. So I got involved in it as a family business. Everybody does something. My mom worked in the office. I got started in it as working around the shop, cleaning, sweeping floors. And in my house, if you got in trouble at school or around the house, you worked weekends and you worked summers. So I worked a lot.
I can't. You wanted to, though, right, Gary? You wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah. It started out small, but I literally have done everything. Everything that can need to be done in this industry over time. So, started out sweeping floors, washing the trucks, then being a gopher on a job, and kind of worked your way up. And as you learn the trade, you just kept doing more and more. And so I've done every aspect of it.
Awesome. So since all this time you put in it, things have changed a lot, haven't they?
It changes every day.
Yeah. Technology, information systems, your client base, all those things are changing. So how do you adapt as the head of the company? How do you adapt to that compared to how your dad did it, because he just went out and did it?
Yeah. Well, you have to. It's a constant flow of learning. So you can't just rely on your morals of what you know, because that technology, like you said, has changed. The principles of dealing with customers hasn't in our book. Everything has to be mutually beneficial. You have to be comfortable with what we're doing, and we have to do it the right way. So we try to base every relationship we do, whether it's with the homeowner or a commercial customer, one of our vendors, or our own employees, everything has to be mutually beneficial. I think that's been one of the keys to why we've been around so long.
Very cool. Well, one of the things I learned in family business, and I couldn't imagine it because I was working with my father and my mother, is that being a boss is a tough thing, And so your dad was a great boss, I'm sure, and he made you toe the line. Can we talk about him
Sure.
Your mom for a second? Are they still with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's awesome, number one. And how do they? Are they still involved at all?
No. My mom, when I first started coming more into the management side of the business, and as it started to grow, it's like having horses at a trough, is what I tell people in family business, is like that. When more horses start coming to the trough to drink that water, you have to find a way to fill it faster, or you have to move horses around. So as the business started growing, my mom left out of the business first, and then as I moved up higher and higher and started doing more responsibilities, it just came to a point where it made sense. Like, you really need to have one chief, and he'd been working since he was a kid, so he was happy to kind of step back into the. And once he knew everything was safe and secure and running the way he thought it should be, he didn't have a problem stepping out. So.
Good. You're keeping him comfortable?
Yeah, he's still happy. He's he laughs about the industry, but doesn't really have any desire to get back into the day-to-day operations of things. So,
Well, that's great, and I'm proud of you to take the reins and do that. Do you have other siblings that are
I
involved?
have one sister, but she's not involved in the business, so it's just me that's involved in it. But there's still my board of directors where I use them to bounce ideas off of and see this is where I'm thinking about going and get their feedback and input because they've all got a lot of experience with this.
So I like that. You've got a board of directors. In a small business, that's important to have leadership that understands the industry.
Yeah, it's me and my friends call it the imaginary board of directors. I've got my family and then a couple of close business friends that run very successful companies that we all share ideas and bounce, and they're all from family businesses as well. So
Cool, very cool. So it's not just about understanding heating and cooling. It's about running a business, payroll, taxes, all those different intricacies that come into play for you running a successful business. Then you got employees you have to take care of, and you talked about your family of employees and training. Wow, your day is busy.
some days can be hectic, but again, we've been doing this so long that we've got a lot of systems built into place, and so we try not to reinvent the wheel. We try to use what we already have, and we have a lot of systems in place that keep things running fairly smooth. Plus, I got a bunch of great team members that work with us. So,
How big is your team right now?
oh, there's only like 10 of us. We're
10?
not real big. We're not real small. We're right in the middle.
Okay, and so your primary office is in Frankfurt?
Our office and we have a fabrication shop, and where we have all of our storage, and our office is all in one location in Frankfurt.
So that's one-stop shopping for you. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about this later on because we've got some other great people in future shows to talk about on your team. But so your business, it comes from, I'm going to guess, long-time relationships and word of mouth. Is that true?
Yes, most of our business is referral, word of mouth, or previous customers. Since we've been around so long, we literally have done multiple generations. We've done their parents' house. We've done as they get older and move in, we've done their houses. So we've kind of kept going with that with the family theme. So we do a lot of work for a lot of different people in a lot of different industries. So as we do work for businesses, a lot of times we wind up doing work in the employees' homes, or vice versa. If we were in their home, they like what we do, they take us to their business.
Natural progression of business, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So today's marketplace, where do you find employees? I know you got a good team right now, but things change and technology changes, so you have to continue to upgrade.
It's a challenge, and it's going to continue to be a challenge for all of the trades. As the baby boomers start to exit the work field, the getting new people in is going to be a challenge. But we try, for the most part, we go by attitude. We can teach skill sets, we can teach, individual things, but attitude is the most important. So we've been pretty lucky, and I've got some employees that have been with us long time. So it's unique in our industry to have the longevity that we do with our employees.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that speaks to good leadership and good qualities of mind and presence. So, as you move forward, what are some of the things that you're thinking about for growth in your company and the industry as a whole? I know technology is such a huge thing, but what are you thinking about down the road and your crystal ball for what you see?
It's a little bit about the technology is a factor, because as that changes, people want those new amenities in their home, and it helps with comfort, but also as the energy crisis keeps happening and they keep changing the efficiencies of equipment, that progression is kind of natural as refrigerants get faded out and new efficiency requirements are mandated. That technology has to change, so you're always learning about new equipment and new things that you're working with. So that's a part of it, and then the other part of it is, I kind of think things since the slowdown in the economy, I think things are getting back to people want relationships. They want handshake deals. They want to be able to deal with something like, if I have a problem, I know I can reach you. So really where I see our growth has typically been from the referral side of things.
Great. So Gary, if I Can I ask a technical question?
Sure.
Because, we're in a change of season right now. But some of my neighbors I see, they cover their air conditioner outside, and then I never have. Can you just give us this trick right now? Should you or should you not?
A little bit of both. Covering the top of the air conditioner always helps. The air conditioners are made to drain. The way they're built now is different than the way they used to be. They basically have the same paint as your car does now, so it's made to be out in the weather. But covering the top keeps leaves and debris from getting in the inside of it. If you cover it all the way up and wrap it up, with the weather changes we get here in this climate, where one day it's 70 and the next day it's 30, you can tend to trap moisture onto the unit, which is just letting your car sit in water. It's not good for it. So if you cover it, you only want to cover the top part of it so that it can still drain and defrost as it should.
So I don't have to feel bad that I haven't wrapped mine.
Nope. What you should do is have it cleaned and checked every year, though. Part of that, we can clean that out. If the guys that don't do it, it all happens when we do the maintenance on it. So.
So, hey, at the end of the day, it's a handshake and security knowing that you got the right people. So let's give you a big handshake for what you've done. Congratulations on growing your family business. Let's keep it going for the next couple of centuries.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, bud.
There are many ways to showcase your product and service, but if you focus on the effectiveness of the medium, video marketing is a wise decision. In fact, people these days are shifting from audio and text to video. And with social media making it easier for you to share and post the video, it's definitely a must-do marketing strategy. Southland TV knows that the goal in marketing is to gain brand recognition, so your company has to be remembered. We also got some numbers for you. People have been shown to remember 10% of what they hear, 20% of what they read, but 70% of what they see and hear. It's like no-brainer. Now, let's get you started on a standout video which we will produce. Southland TV is the first online video magazine of its kind for the South Suburbs. Call us at 708-289-0221 or visit our website for more details.